Welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Mitchell Kirsch, and we are here with Sydney from Champ Season in Kazakhstan. This is a special episode for me because Sydney was gracious enough to have me out to his academy in Almaty, Kazakhstan, and I feel like I learned so much culturally, but also how to build a business with humans at the center. Sydney is an incredible human being and an incredible businessman who has blown up his business in just over a year now. So we're going to learn a lot today. I'm going to dive right into it. Sydney, can you explain to me before you started, what was the vision for Champ Season?
Yes, first of all, thank you so much, Mitchell. It was a privilege for me to talk to you and especially host you in Kazakhstan. You're an incredible man too, and I want to be helpful for everyone who listens to this. First of all, I was a basketball player myself, and I used to watch coaches like you, top tier coaches in States, and it was every practice was on Russian and Kazakh language, and I started to learn English, and I know that it's, my vision. I had a video when I was 18, I wanted to build an academy basketball. Right now I'm 26 and my dream happening. So I just wanted to build the best academy in my country to develop and produce the best basketball players.
And for people that don't know, where does basketball rank in Kazakhstan as far as popularity within sport?
Yes, basketball is right now becoming more popular in Kazakhstan, but in Kazakhstan mostly it's wrestling, boxing, soccer, and Kazakhstan basketball is not that popular. But right now we're on a race with basketball, so for us it's really hard to compete with wrestling and boxing because all the parents want his kids to wrestle, even girl also.
Yes, but you are doing an amazing job building that basketball scene. To give a little bit of perspective, just over a year now, you started Champ Season and have grown to over 150 players in the academy. You have expanded to 2 cities in Kazakhstan. And on top of that, you're working with many of the best players in the entire country. You are providing skill development, weight room work, competitive teams. You've done so much. How have you been able to do this in such a short amount of time?
First of all, I want to say big shout out to my team. It's not only me. We have incredible partners with QSI School in Almaty. It's American school, which is based in Kazakhstan. And it was incredible partnership for us. And overall, I think why its best players want to be with us is because we're providing the best conditions and best environment for them. So most important for me is our players will not be champions. Most important is they will develop, and it's really hard to, from good to great. We have a good players, and to make them great, it's really hard. And this is why I want to invite as much as possible coaches like you to get this experience, to give our kids and players opportunity to be great.
Yeah, that was apparent to me. Was you took so much care into the facilities and bringing on the right people. You talk about partnering with the right things. So it's people, facilities, getting those high quality players to set the foundation. Where did that decision come from? Because with a little bit of backstory, a lot of people will get together their academy or training business in kind of the opposite way of, instead of focusing on high quality first, that will come once the business is up and running. Yes. But you kind of took a different approach to that. And from day one, you were bringing in some of the top coaches in the U.S. all the way to Kazakhstan. So talk me through that decision and what did you risk in the process of building Champ Season?
Yes, we did our first camp with Josh Venn, and it was an unbelievable experience for us. But financially, it was I lost a lot of money, and I didn't have a lot of money. I get a debt, and to everybody who's starting academy or working on some things, I just want to say that it's doesn't matter in which condition you are or what you're doing. You need to set a very high and big goal. And when we are searching for coaches, like it's we first who bring this type of coaches to Kazakhstan, and I just said let's do this. Like in the last 2 weeks before camp, we only had 2 kids, and I like okay, well, at least we will have a conversation with Josh for 1 week. It will be great, but overall, and then I start to you always need to think about not a problem but about solution about the problem, yes. And I start, okay, why we don't have kids? Because we don't have a lot of uh, like trust from parents, yes. And how they will trust? They will not trust first, I think, from social media. They will trust by people. It's we don't need to forget about it's we working with kids first, yes. We working with humans, we working with parents, with the relative of the kids too. So it's very important, so they will know where they going and what they're doing. So I start to sell myself. I went to some tournaments. I start to sell tickets to camp, to this, and then it's like I could say right now it's like a miracle. What happened was I found the partners. They just signed a kid to camp, and then we start to talk about. And I said, "This is my dream to build academy. This," and they're like, "Let's do this together." And we signed a contract with QSI. But besides this, it's a lot of things like relationships. Yes, when you build in relationships, it's first you need to think about how you could be efficient for your partner. Yes, you don't need to think about only yourself, and like what you could bring to at least like doesn't matter this facility or to your city, to your area, how I could impact this, yes. And I had a like big goal, for example, to raise the first Kazakh who will play in NBA. Maybe for someone it's crazy dream, but I know everything is possible with the right people, with the right mindset. It's just everyday work. That's all.
Absolutely. Now, you talk about the people first aspect to these partnerships. What is really important for me after being in Kazakhstan with you guys is sharing the story of how welcoming and appreciative the entire country felt to me when I was there, and how proud you guys are of the people and the country itself. I think coming from the US or from an outside view, Kazakhstan is very misrepresented. And one thing that I think is incredibly true for you guys and something you take a lot of pride in is the hospitality piece and making sure that people feel welcome. How has that been a pillar for building your business? By providing these services, like you said, you're dealing with the kids, the players, the parents, the partners. How do you view the role of hospitality in business?
It's I think it's a crucial part of the any business. No, but we are called this is like social business, yes, because you're working with kids and you could affect their lives, and it's very important to not focus like only I'm raising the best basketball players, yes. We also have a goal to not because you know that only like 0.00 some percent will play professionally, yes. But what you could left with these kids, yes. So I believe that basketball could bring a lot of things, yes, to you, like such as discipline, character, decision making, yes. It's like a lot of things that basketball, and then its life for kid will be easier, yes. And about hospitality, it's like uh, it's you came from states, yes, to us. We are very happy to welcome you. But same it will be, for example, if someone from outside will come, my people, yes, and he will need help, I will provide him help. It's just in part of us. As you said, that we're proud to be Kazakh. Yes, I'm very proud, and this is my goal to like make Kazakhstan number one in basketball, for example, in this area. Set a goal, but same I think with any other academies. Even if you set in the States, yes, you need to be first in your area, yes, for example, to bring top coach, top coaching, yes, style, something like this. But is not everybody in Kazakhstan likes hospital and everything, but we truly cherish this. When someone brings us help, we like, and it's just a great environment. When you are, why not? I want to kid become and parents become like not to basketball academy, like to family.
And you can feel that. It was very clear to me that everybody in champ season, it was not a basketball academy, it was family, and that extended far beyond the court. Even when I was there and when there was some time in between sessions, they were inviting me over to their house, cooking meals. It was about much more than what was happening on the court. Now I want to dig into more of the strategic partnership between champ season and QSI, which for those of you out there that don't know, QSI is an American school. They've got great facilities, and that is where Sydney runs champ season. So they developed a partnership. And you talked a bit about how you can provide value first and focusing on that.
Yeah.
I would love to just give us the backstory on how this partnership has developed and how you've continued to foster it, because I think it's so important for any business that wants stable growth to have a stable partner like this in a facility. And it's one of the points that I see coaches struggle with the most. So how did you go about that partnership, and how has it been so successful for you guys?
Yes, it's like a crucial part for every academy. Yes, it's a facility. Yes, but as I said, you need to think about not only yourself and about academy. For example, we could build if you want to build academy, yes, and you talking about with schools, yes. Like you need to think about every case is different, yes. And like you need to think about how if you will be in this facility, for example, what you will give to this school, yes. For example, you could give discount for kids who is already in school, yes, or you could take some kids for free, for example, or school has a PA classes, yes, you could take care of these classes, for example, to help them, something like this. But you don't first you think about your partner, yes. Even with right now with champ season, we have a lot of kids, and it's like ratio, I think 30% from school and 70% outside, and it's become more outside kids to join champ season. But I still more focus on a school, or it's everything we're doing. We just first think about our partner, then about us, and then it's very important because, and I'm really glad with QSI because we have a really positive conversations always. Like you need to, for example, some things will happen. You will struggle with some things, yes. You just don't hesitate to ask questions, yes. You start to ask questions, this, and you together start to think, and you have one good solution, which is good for everybody. So, and it's just respect your partner, yes. And when you're working, and it's not like even, for example, QSI is my partner in basketball, yes, but I help them with a lot of different things, not beside basketball. Yes, we're going to dinner sometimes. We when they have problems, I'm trying to help them with this, and like in the both way, I have some problems. They help me with some kids who's in QSI. For example, we're going today to Spain, and some kids will miss school for 8 days, and they help me with this. They believe in what we are doing. Uh, they believe that it will help kids to grow. It will help also to school to grow, and it's why they believe, because we build these relationships. Yes, every day, I think details matter. Yes, like small details. For example, you hear that your partner has a problem. I think it's not only his problem. It's already become my problem because he said that to me, and my goal is to think about how I could help in any if you can help, just come and support. It's like it's just small things, but they matters.
Yeah, it seems almost counterintuitive to the growth of a business to think about the others first as opposed to what you're doing where you want to get to. But I think it's a cool realization to now look at your business. And out of all the businesses that I come across in the basketball space, in the academy space, I would say yours has grown the fastest and has grown in the most sustainable way, which I think can be a really valuable lesson for all the coaches out there. I think you see a lot of coaches, especially in the US ecosystem, that are go-getters and will go hit their training. They'll reach out to players, they'll reach out to parents, but it's a lot of times about the coach or the trainer's business, not the value that they're providing. And I
Yes,
think
yes.
you've committed so much to the value aspect that you keep these people for so long. And the funny part is more and more people want to come to your business because the word of mouth grows really quickly. So it's an investment on the front end, but it definitely contributes to the back end
100%.
of
Yes.
growing that business. And one clear example is like you've now grown to a second city completely. So in looking at scaling businesses, what was the decision to move to the capital city as an expansion location? Why did you guys do that?
Uh, yes, and before I will tell, I will say to everybody that expanding also it's a very risky part, because for example, you have one academy, it's doing really good, and you want to be like, okay, I will open in every city academy and I will be the best, but it will not work that way. Why we had a when we have a roadmap for champ season, and it was I set a goal. We need to open at least 2 or 3 academies in Kazakhstan. But for me right now, I think I don't want to open more in Kazakhstan, especially. And why is capital city? Because it's far away from Almaty, and it's opportunity for this part also to come to champ season. And it's just for me, when we will have 2 cities, it's very important. Especially Almaty is the biggest city in Kazakhstan. Astana is the capital city. Yes, and when I went to Astana last 3 weeks with Coach Yorick, we opened an academy, and it's very important because I right now see that I need to be in Almaty and I need to be in Astana. It's very hard for me right now, but I'm thinking about that. It's just to give proper coaching to kids. This is most important. And I know in Astana they little bit struggling with. They have pretty solid academies, okay, but they have also really good players, which I could see that they need proper coaching, and they will be soon great players. And it's about. But still, remember we talk about the part that relationships. Yes, for example, today I spent also 2 hours talk with one parent. It's crazy. Someone will say like, "Why are you doing this and everything?" But why I speak for 2 hours? Then in the end, they was angry. Then in the end of the conversation, they say thank you to me, and they understand everything. And you need to invest in this. It's like I tell this investment because like opportunity, because I could do 2 hours some different things, but it's very important with every parent to work, and this is why I tell you this expanding. Sometimes it's not good, and but only one way you could expand is with right people. So I'm very happy with Almaty because when I was outside for 3 weeks, I didn't like had a crazy calls. All this, what I need to do was this. It's like working, but it takes time. Yes, to build this. We build this, and then we move to Astana to build academy. Same will be with maybe different city in the west of Kazakhstan, but for right now, I don't see that. Already we have opportunities to open in other cities academy, but I'm not doing this because we need to set solid, sustainable uh, academy in Astana, and then we could expand. But I think it will also take us 1 or 2 years to build like in the that it.
Yeah, so from the outside perspective, it looks like you're growing super quickly, and truthfully, I think you are, but you're doing it in a way that is sustainable, right? You're making sure you're doing it right in the first place before moving to the second, and you're
Yeah.
gonna stick with the second place and make sure that gets to the level that you want it to get to before looking to expand in any other directions. Now, if we zoom in to the daily life, this is something I had the privilege to see. Sydney, you work all the time. And so it's not as surprising when you get to see how passionate you are and how many hours you put into building the business. Now, I'm not sure that you would define it as work because it seems like you do it with a smile on your face the entire time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you can walk us through a day in the life to give some perspective on what it really takes to build a business of this magnitude.
Uh, it's first you mentioned the right thing that it's all the coaches, all the academies owners, they need to think about that. It's really privilege that we have, that we love basketball, that we work in basketball, and that it's bring us opportunities to feed our families, to feed ourselves, and grow business. Because I have a lot of friends which work in like any other stuff, and they're making a lot of money, like from. But I see that they're not super happy with this because they not belong to themselves, and they're working with some things, and for them it's right now become a little bit boring example. But in basketball, it's all everyday drama. You work and you need to think about all the things, and for some things we don't cherish these things, yes, but uh, try to work different places, sit in office and do some things. It's like you will not able to do this for one day, like and it's my yes. I'm for some people maybe could say I'm working every day. I don't have any days off, and it's why? Because I love it. Yes, first of all, it's come from love, and to everybody, it's like if you don't love this, I think you don't need to do this because you need to be really love the process. You need to like really yes love it, and you need to spend a lot of time on this. You need to be ready to spend a lot of time on this. If you don't love it, in I think in 3 4 months, it's like you will just crash out. Or I don't want this. It's like I remember Coach Yorick when first came to us last year. We opened an academy, and he said to me, "Sydney, you can do this every day like this." I said, "No, I will do this." He said, "No, one day you will like no, I'm quit with basketball. I quit with this," and I said to him, to Yorick, "No, I will not do this because I was committed to this." And imagine that you have you're responsible for a lot of kids. For example, we have 150 kids. It's 300 parents, yes, which we said to them something, and I'm responsible for this, and I need to take care of this. I don't have a backup. Oh, today I will not do this. No, you can do this because you're responsible. Same with you, Mitchell. I think you were very on this, like very responsible. And when we work with you, I saw like you an unbelievable worker, and how you deep dive to uh, all the details when we talk to you about this, and I'm really happy to uh, listen from you, to learn from you. It's like I'm not saying that I'm good like this. I'm learning from you this. I said that all the coaches, all the people need to be like wake up and today like I don't know nothing. Yes, and when with this type of mentality, I think you need to kill a little bit of your ego because you're not the number one. Even if you're number one, you still have things to do. You have still like I think uh, a lot of things which we can discover. For example, soon we will do wrestling with our academy. I'm wrestling myself right now, and I went to wrestling. I saw, and I think it will be really important for our kids. I just had a talk with the coaches of Kazakhstan national team wrestling, and they like explaining me about this part, and I thinking about what missing our basketball players is like and I saw the same kids age wrestling, and they all, brave. They all like super relaxed, and they crazy. And I think if our players will do wrestling, they will do the same thing. And we talking about this. It's all day. I'm thinking about opportunities which could come to champ season. Uh, it's uh, it's not hard. It's as I said, because I love it. So Coach Eric, I'm not cross out. I will do. Yes.
Yeah, so shout out to Yurik. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are just built differently, and I think when you come from a place of love, like you said, there's another level of energy that is accessed. And you touched on a few things that I would like to really bring out. You touched on the love, you touched on responsibility, your responsibility for what you're bringing to these kids, to their families, to the country. You touched on always being a beginner, and this is a mindset that I've seen at all levels probably be one of the biggest and most important mindsets to long-term development. When I think of the two guys that I work with that are playing at the highest level, Duncan Robinson and Georgi Niang, I would say they're two of the most coachable people that I have come across. And they're doing it at the highest level. And they've shot the ball at incredible rates throughout their career. They are most willing to take feedback on their jump shot, which is in another interesting concept of this idea of always being a beginner, going from that place of love, having responsibility to improve, and all these qualities that we're really trying to instill in our players. It's the same principles for building a business. I've got two questions left for you, Sydney, and I hope that everybody listening to this podcast has gotten the sense for how much Sydney is a doer, meaning he has something he wants to put into action and goes straight to work with him and his team. But at the same time, you are a big dreamer as well. You mentioned you hope to have the first Kazakh NBA player to come through champ season. You've already expanded a bit based off of the original vision. Where do you see champ season, say 3 to 5 years from today?
It's no, as you said, all these things. It's very important about uh, learning. Yes, and I see that champ season right now we have a lot of requests to come to our academy, and we like not take every kid right now. Before we took every kid to be, and no, in 3 5 years I could see that champ season we already should have some solid partnership with the states. Like champ season, it's a bridge between athletes and their dreams, and I know that like Mecca or capital city of sport is America. Yes, it's United States, and especially in basketball. And I see that I want to build this bridge when we could send the players to states, to Europe, to and is also to bring coaches and teams from states to come to Kazakhstan. And our goal, of course, is to build our own facility. Yes, and I think in 3 5 years we will at least we will start to do this. But on some days also I think that maybe you don't need this if it's already some existing facilities. Yes, and if you will be good partner, I think it will be the same way. I believe that not important facility, but like it's not important school, but the teacher inside very important. Yes, so you could if you're doing some things for right now, maybe you also maybe will know a lot of maybe not a good facilities, yes, but they producing a crazy athletes. I went to Serbia, yes, for example. They had a small gym. Our gym is like twice better, twice bigger than the gym. But when I saw the kids, when I saw how they playing and how coachable they are and how like everything about them, it's because of the academy, yes, and how they build that. So I hope in 3 5 years we will have uh, more good partnerships. It's like I could see that we're already doing this, and I don't know exactly what we will be. Every day it's new opportunities will come. And if to be honest, I believe in this when you set the dreams, 3-5 years. But when first I thought about champ season, I had one dream, and then it's like always thinking. But you just need to think about only when you go into dreams. If you need to have like, for example, as I said, Red's first NBA player from Kazakhstan. Yes, maybe right now I have a vision how to do this, but tomorrow maybe different idea will come which will be more helpful. So it's just this is why I tell you every day you need to be in a position where you could uh, take some things, but you don't need to don't need to forget about your core principles which you are doing. But besides, you could just take a lot of things.
It's very similar to an effective basketball player, right? They are constantly trying to solve problems and navigate what's in front of them, but there are general constraints or things within the game that associate who wins and who doesn't. I think business to me is one of the coolest areas because it's like a game of basketball that doesn't have too much of a time constraint, right?
Yes.
When you're in the game for the reason or the motivation is love in the game, the clock almost shuts off and you can just continue to take action, get feedback, re-strategize, take more action. And I think that's what you've done at a really high level. Now, to close it out, I want to give you an opportunity to educate a lot of the listeners out there.
Mm-hmm.
I would be willing to guarantee that 99% of the listeners here have never been to Kazakhstan and have a very skewed view of what the country is like. Can you paint us a picture? What does the country look like? What are the people like? How is it potentially different from some of the stories that some Americans have been told?
Mm. Mitchell, you need to do this podcast for 2 hours at least if you want to. You see, I have already smile on my face because I'm patriot of my country. I'm very proud of my country in terms of a lot of things. And you've been to Kazakhstan, and I'm really, for me, when you tell me good things about Kazakhstan, my heart become warming, and I hope a lot of people will see. Kazakhstan, it's our people is very kind people, hospital people, and I truly believe that everybody who, if you have opportunity to come or you had a think about where to go, it's like Kazakhstan. We have it's a ninth place in by area in the world, so it's a very big country. We have in our country everything: mountains, sea, like rivers and everything. But most important, I see it's people, and we have a lot of different people. But mostly first trip I think need to be Almaty. Then you could build from this near Almaty. I hope Mitchell, next time you will come, I already have a plan. We're planning to bring Josh to Almaty in June. So I already writing a plan for him, which place he didn't saw. So we will bring him to other different places. And Kazakhstan is a very beautiful country in a lot of things. But everybody sees that differently. For example, you took something from this. Yes, Hurricane, Mitchell, Coleman, they saw different things, yes, because we are all different people. But I'm glad that I host you good and I show you good things. And I just say one thing. I know that it's not only me. If you come to other people from Kazakhstan, they will do the same to you. So I think it's a small part which I could tell you, but you just need to come and see. And anyone who is planning to come, I will show you hospitality. You could DM Champ Season and tell which days you're coming. I will meet you. I'm without joke. If I'm not in city, my brothers and friends will take care of you. It's like don't worry about this. And
I can completely vouch for that. What you guys do over there is a different level of hospitality, and I think it's done the right way. There's a level of understanding about what it means to be a good human and a good citizen of the world that you guys have figured out. I would add one thing: if you do go to Kazakhstan, make sure you go to a sauna, because Sydney brought me to a Kazakh sauna, traditional sauna, up in the mountains in a yurt. It was one of the most wild experiences I have ever had. I won't share any details because it's just something that you need to experience as well. You can look it up. I felt amazing after that sauna, and I've talked about it to every single person that I have talked to post that trip.
Great. We're already planning to use other sauna. I went to other really great sauna, and I told that you love sauna which we went with you, and they said it's not good sauna. We will show him really good sauna.
So we went to the JV sauna. All right, we got to go to the varsity next time I'm back. Well, Sydney, thank you so much for hopping on. It is past 11 p.m., and I was talking to Sydney before this podcast. He has a flight to Spain at 2 a.m. tonight, and this is just the type of guy he is. Whenever things need to get done, you can count on Sydney. He's bringing his team over to Spain to play in Spain, which is another aspect that we didn't talk about fully. All the opportunities you're providing for these kids to get out of Kazakhstan and experience the world. Sounds like it's a great opportunity for our second podcast, which we will run at a later date. Sydney, if people want to get in contact with you, you talked about the Champ Season Instagram page. What's the best way to get in contact with you?
Yes, you could just write down Champ Season, and if you have any question about academies and everything, I'm free to help, and any questions you have. And also I want to thank you, Mitchell, for this opportunity. For me, it's always really good and really deep conversation with you. I know, I still tell to everybody, you're more than basketball coach. In other world, you are like scientist or something. It's very good. Thank you so much for this, and to everyone who listened to this, thank you so much. Just believe in yourself 100%, believe in what you're doing, and just do this. In the process, you will learn. In the process, you will have mistakes, which will give you more opportunities, but just never stop. And all of the coaches or academy owners listen, big respect to you, because I know it's very hard work, but you just need to know that it's worth it, because these kids they will grow, and they will think about you, and they will tell you that you changed their life. We already received that feedback, and this is type of fire to me to continue to work. So just be positive and work every day without stop.
I love it. If I'm a scientist in another life, then you're a motivational speaker. All right. Thank you to all who have listened, and until next time.
Thank you so much.